There's something wrong with him. You need to get him checked out. Why doesn't he talk yet? Why does he always seem so scared? He's not eating enough. This isn't normal. You're neglecting your son. These are the words I heard every day when my son was aged 20 months to 4 years old. And when people weren't saying it to me, those words were repeating itself in my head as mum guilt. My name is Deba, and I am a licensed brain health coach based in the UK. And I'm going to tell you how I transformed my autistic son from an anxious child who had no words, who was underweight, didn't eat, didn't sleep, to a 5-year-old who is now a normal weight, sleeps well, eats well, has friends, is reaching all his milestones, and is a chatterbox at home and at school. I did this all through the power of neuroplasticity, which is the ability that every brain has to change and rewire itself. The potential for neuroplasticity is particularly strong in the preschool years. I knew that my son was behind on his milestones and that there was something wrong. At 2.5 years old, I booked an appointment to see our GP. And after an assessment, my son was referred for speech and language therapy, for physiotherapy, for occupational therapy, a dietitian, a paediatrician, and for portage. Was I about to finally get the help that my son needed? Unfortunately, no, not really. It was the same story at all of these places. He's added to a waiting list for an assessment. 3 months later, he has an assessment, and then he's added onto a waiting list for treatment. And for some of those services, it's been 3 years and we're still waiting for an appointment. NHS waiting lists are famous, and I'm not the type of person to wait. It's well known that early years intervention is the key to better long-term outcomes for autistic children, and that 75% of my child's brain would have grown by the age of 3, and that 90% of his brain would have grown by the age of 5. There is a golden window of opportunity to change your autistic child's life outcomes, and I wasn't about to waste it sitting on NHS waiting lists. I went into research mode and learned all about neuroplasticity. A person is not stuck with the brain they have. They can change it to make it better. And the highest brain growth years is in the preschool years. I devised my own program to optimize my child's brain biomedically, stimulated every single part of his brain to increase its processing speed and his learning ability. And about 12 months later, I started to see results. At 3.5 years old, he started to put 2 words together and speak in short sentences. He then started to eat. He learned how to jump, how to run, and he started to eat more. And at every single moment of this journey, my husband and I were crying tears of joy. My son has now started reception at age 5, and as unbelievable as it is, he's wearing age 6 to 7 clothes. I remember when he was so skinny that he was wearing age 9 to 12 month clothes at 2 years old because he was so underweight. And now he's incredibly well spoken in English, and he can even understand our native language. This is so emotional for me, as I've heard years of, "I don't think he can understand me," from nursery staff. He's also learning how to read. He's reaching all of its age-related milestones and has lots of friends across different circles. He's a completely different boy now, and his achievements list doesn't end. The underlying message is that if your child is struggling to meet their developmental milestones because of autism, that is not their destiny. There is a golden opportunity, especially in the preschool years, to change their brain, unlock their potential, and empower yourself as a parent. Now, I'm taking on clients to offer you a chance to work as a partner with me so that us parents can finally get the help that we need and that we're so desperately trying to find, so that you become empowered to help your autistic preschooler start reaching their milestones, unlocking their potential, and empowering yourself as a parent. DM me today to book a 30-minute free consultation to make a personalised plan for your child and join a supportive community of like-minded working parents, all with the same goal for their child.